Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to kickstart off another week. The weeks are whizzing by now with a revisiting a certain palette. And which palette am I going to revisit? I thought I would revisit the Revolution, the Emily Edit, the Once palette because this was so popular. I believe it's just come back into stock. I will of course have all of the links down below for you. But yeah, I thought it's about time to revisit that beautiful palette. Now I've already got a little bit of makeup on my base, and for that I've actually used the Revolution, the Emily Edit, the Needs palette. So this is a little bit smaller, but it has some face products in here as well as some eyeshadows. Now I've used this one here as my bronzer contour, and this blush here I've used, as well as this one here which is a matte cream shade to actually set everything in place. So I thought I'd start off with using that one, and then of course what I will do for you is film a look. I have no idea what I really want to do apart from, I think I want to use the shimmery greens in this palette, but apart from that, not quite sure what else I want to do. What I do know is that beautiful shade Corduroy there, really, well, it was amazing. This in fact is the first palette that I've ever used the green out of, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that Corduroy shade, oh, I had so many lovely comments about the look that I created with that. It was just stunning. And as I say all the time, I don't really use greens that much, but that shade worked so well. So I thought I would use some of the other shades and perhaps go for the shimmery greens this time and change it up a little bit and see what those, well, if that Corduroy shade was that amazing, what are the shimmers going to be like? That's what we're going to find out today, and I cannot wait. So I think what I'm going to do is go in with a neutral base. Perhaps, well, I might just put in a little bit of Corduroy as well, and then perhaps a little bit of Side Hustle, which is the deeper shimmery green, and then Grateful, which is the lighter green. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and it is the 251 Iron Crease contour brush. It's that one. So I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Hobby, which is on the top row, and it's this one here. Quite a cool brand, but I think it will work beautifully with the greens in here because it's got a little bit of a hint of green to it. Now, as always, I've applied my base, which is the Revolution Pro Eye Elements. As always, all of the makeup will be listed down below. I do still get questions from people asking me what makeup I'm wearing. Is always listed down below, and the reason for that is because when I watch other videos, I like to know what people are wearing. So for example, if there's a lipstick that I really love in a particular video, and a lot of the time it's not listed down below, so that is where you will find every bit of makeup that I am wearing today listed down below. Obviously the products that I am sharing with you, of course you know that already because you'll be watching the video, but everything else will be listed down below for you, just for ease of viewing. And obviously in case you fall in love with a product that is already on my face, or you think, what foundation are you wearing? All of that good stuff, and that's why I do that. So I'm just going to, and I really love this brush, it makes applying the transitional shade so easy. I suppose a lot of people ask me about my makeup, what am I wearing, is because you're not used to, you know, someone listing it down below perhaps. But I just find it so interesting to know what, you know, what makeup is being worn, you know, even if it's, you know, something that isn't being featured actually on the video. So I'm just buffing that into place. Beautiful colour, this Hobby. Like I say, it's a brown, cooler brown, but it's got a little bit of green to it, and it's, I suppose, erring on the side of khaki. My hair wants to get involved today. It's a little bit wild because I have washed it. So I'm letting it dry, and of course it's doing its own thing, so it's a little bit wild. So just deepening that up a little bit. I absolutely love this colour. In fact, this would be a beautiful shade just to wear on its own, perhaps with a little bit of a champagne shimmer on the lid. Oh, that is just stunning. I'm now going in with my Primark PS eye contour brush. I'm just going to put a little bit of Hobby underneath the eye as well, because I love that shade so much. I think this is one of those palettes that has got so many possibilities because there is so many shades in here. I think, I've used the purples, I believe. Oh, that is just a beautiful look on its own. Gorgeous, stunning. Love it, and it really does build up to a beautiful colour, and I'm going in quite heavy with it just because I love it so much. Obviously you don't have to build it up as much as me, but I just love it so much. Okay, so that's the first shade, Hobby, laid down. Now what I want to do is, I think I might go in with that beautiful green corduroy. Like I say, I really did love the look that I created with that, and that was my very first dip into this palette. And I remember posting that video and actually Emily contacting me yeah, with regards to that video, and it absolutely made my day that Emily watched it and she noticed it and said how good it was. So yeah, it's just, well, fantastic when you always get that comment. Absolutely lovely. So I'm sticking with the PS eye contour brush, and I'm going into a little bit of corduroy now. Not too much. If I remember rightly, this was very pigmented, and what I want to do is just, I'm going to deepen up the crease with it. So I'm just stamping that on. Blends absolutely beautifully. I don't want it to be any more deeper than that. I'm just going to deepen it up there, but not in the crease. I've not dipped into it only the once, and it's given me that pigmentation, that payoff. I'm just going to bring that underneath. Just want it to go all the way around the eye. Now I'm going into corduroy again, and I'm balancing the palette hopefully on my lap, and then going in with the other eye. It almost has, when it blends out, it blends out so beautifully. It's got like a powdery look to it. The edges are just stunning. So again, just stamping that through the crease. Oh, gorgeous. So I think if you want to wear those Christmassy shades, this will actually, I was going to dip into the palette again, but I don't think I'm going to need it, just to go underneath the eye. If you want to wear those Christmassy shades, you could certainly wear this colour, corduroy, as the green accent on the eye, and then of course have that red lip. Now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go into dark and early, which is right beside it, and I can't remember, it seems so long ago since I actually swatched this palette. Now I can't remember the shade of this. Now it does look like it's a black with green in it as well, so I think I'm going to deepen it up just a tiny little bit. It does look like it's, yeah, it's got a little bit of green in it again, like it's like a bottle green, I suppose. I'm only keeping it here. like that. Again on the other side. It's one of those colours, is it green or is it like teal blue? Not sure, but it works beautifully with that shade Corduroy. I'm just going back into Hobby and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Absolutely stunning. I hope you can see this. I'm having to sit back a little bit because the palette is so big and I've got nowhere to rest it. Whoops. It didn't drop, it was just the mirror slipped and opened. Nothing broken, thank goodness. Okay, so that is the base. I think that's okay. I might take this side up a little bit higher actually. Out a little bit. That's better. You've got the drama, but you've actually only, you haven't applied black. That is just stunning. Let me just come a little bit closer. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's not black. I think at this time of year, you know, when you're going to lots of parties and get-togethers and gatherings and so forth, you know, you could put black, but I think it's a nice alternative to use a green, which is obviously a very festive colour, and then you've got that dark and early, which is not black, and it, yeah, like I say, it's one of those strange shades. Is it green? Is it teal? Not quite sure, but it's worked beautifully and I love that. Now what I'm going to do is use Side Hustle, which is the top right hand corner, and it's this. Oh, look at that. It reminds me of such an expensive kind of material that you always see in those fabric shops that you think, wow, love that. Taffeta is it reminding me of? Beautiful. So let's put that on the lid. Oh, love, love, love that. Oh my goodness. It is such a beautiful palette. I can see why so many people went crazy for this one. Now just pop that on the other eye. Emily did such a beautiful job. I'm just getting white to clean my finger because what I want to do is go into the lighter green. And although I'm going to be using a brush, I want to swatch it for you. Yeah, she did such an amazing job choosing these beautiful colours. So that was Side Hustle, and I'm going into the inner corner with this shade, which is Grateful, just to add a little bit of light into the inner corner. So as always, I'm using this now. It's the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush. It's got that point, and I really am loving this. So I'm filling that brush up. Love it. Let's see if I can get a bit closer. There we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. I am obsessed with green now. I actually bought my first pair of ankle boots from Primark, and they are green, and not bright green. They're like a deeper green, and they are just stunning. And I think I have to thank Emily's palette for getting me obsessed with green, because I really didn't think that I could wear the colour. I know that it obviously suits my colouring, but you know those colours that you think, oh, I don't know if I can wear that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. Well, it wasn't until I tried this palette that I really thought, wow, yeah, I can actually wear green and make it work. And I just am obsessed. So let me just go back to my eye contour brush. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So that is my eyeshadow look complete. That green in the inner corner is just beautiful. Now, of course, I'm going to add a little bit of liner, and of course I'm using my ever shortening Revolution HD Smoky waterproof liner. So it's still going. We've just got about a third of it left, but it's still going strong. Now I'm going to, of course, add some mascara, and it is, of course, the Mascara Revolution. How could it not be? This is just an amazing mascara. When you actually try a mascara or use a mascara, you buy it because you want it to lengthen and make your lashes look full. And this does it all. It makes my lashes look even longer. It fills my lashes. It actually makes me feel like I'm wearing, or I've got the perfect lashes on. Stunning. Okay. Now I've got 3 lip products here, and first of all I'm going to line it with my Revolution, and again ever shortening, lip liner. So my Revolution Renaissance lip liner in Chauffeur. Now I have sharpened it. I'm hopeful that it's going to not fall, otherwise I'll have to rethink. I've had a few problems with my Chauffeur liners. Every time I've sharpened them, the actual point falls off. So fingers crossed. Perfect. I actually got a new pencil sharpener from Primark again. Not a pencil sharpener, but a lip liner sharpener. And it's the first time that I've actually used it on the Chauffeur and lip liners, and it has worked beautifully. So I'm hopeful that now I can use these up before I purchase more. I'm just going to fill it in the outer part of my lip first. Sorry, being a little bit careful there. Now I've got 3 of these. Now if you haven't tried any of these, I would recommend them. I have had the sorest and driest lips for a couple of weeks, and I have obviously been out and about more. I'm going out at least twice a day, and obviously it's very, very cold, and my lips have been getting really chapped, really sore, even though I always go out with product on. But I actually have been wearing these, and not only has it given my lips some beautiful colour, but it's actually helped my lips stay moisturised. And what are they? They are the I Heart Chocolate Lip Gloss. Yeah, I've got the name right. So I have now got the whole collection of these, and Revolution kindly gifted me the whole collection, and I brought these 3 in because I wasn't quite sure which one or what eye look that I was going to actually share with you. I brought in 3. So I brought in this one, which is a little bit pink, this one which is very, very deep, and then this one which is more of a warm brown. So I think I'll swatch them all, and then I'll also list down below in the where I put all my details in the description what the names are of these. So, and it will be listed in the shade that I'm sharing first. So this is the first one. So this one is on the side of, it's got a little bit of pink, and this one is the one that I have been wearing. I wore this all day Saturday. Admittedly, I had to reapply, but my lips felt so moisturised. So I think they're only about £3 or £4 each. So yeah, I would certainly recommend you trying these if you haven't. So this one is very, very deep. If I don't use this today, I will use it in another look. That one there. Another beautiful thing about these is that they all smell of their names. So for example, chocolate orange smells like chocolate and orange. I actually purchased 3 or 4 of these, and I shared a video originally of those 4. Like I say, now I've got the whole collection. I would love to know, would you like to see all 4 of them? Not all 4 of them, the whole collection. What am I saying? So there we are. We have all 3 of them swatched there. Which one shall I go for? Should I go for the really deep one? I think I might do it. Just go for it. Let's go for the really deep one. It's going to match my jumper anyway. So like I say, I'll list it down below, the one that I'm using. Oh gosh, that is absolutely beautiful. Think of the richest chocolate and that you can think of, the richest cocoa, and that is what I'm smelling right now. I've just melted that chocolate, and I've now obviously licked the spoon, and this is the result. And these are meant to be lip glosses, and they give you such a beautiful payoff, just stunning. It's actually got a little bit of a plum to it. I was really worried about that shade because when you look at it, you think, oh my goodness, that's not going to work. But actually, it's like a brown plum. Oh, that is gorgeous, and the smell is just divine. Okay, so that is my look complete. I think it's something a little bit different, especially with the deeper lipstick. I am loving the eye look. The inner corner, wow. It's one of those greens. Oh, just smoking it out a little bit more. I also like the first green that I actually put on the lid is a duochrome. So basically, it also has like a, sorry, I've disturbed some of the mascara. It's got like a shift to it, and the shift to it is the same as the inner corner. And you can see that. So it looks like I've done a very clever job in mixing the 2 shades, but in fact, actually, it's not me. It's the shades themselves. Oh, I'm just obsessed. Again, Emily's palette has done it. I mean, done it again. This eye look I'm just obsessed with. Of course, I really would love to hear your thoughts on this palette. Are you still finding new looks that you can create using this amazing eyeshadow palette? If you haven't got your hands on it yet, now is the time, because like I said, I had the notification at the weekend that it's now available again after the longest time. In fact, it's probably sold out so many times. So yeah, love to hear your thoughts on my eye look and my lip combination, I suppose. Yeah, love to hear your thoughts on that. What are you thinking to the Emily palette? If you haven't got your hands on it, are you going to be picking it up now? And if you have, what are your perfect combinations or perfect shades within that palette? Love to hear your thoughts on that, and of course the lip products that I've shared with you as well. So moisturising, so nourishing, and amazing quality as always. So That's everything that I wanted to share with you this Monday. Of course, I will be back tomorrow. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, obviously please do. I would love it if you joined the friendship circle. But as always, until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.